Hello, this is Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and here I am for my Friday reads. I know by this time, anybody that subscribes to me might be tired of seeing my face because I put two other videos this week, but I wanted to get in some of the books that I wanted to consider for Nonfiction November and November in general in my reading. So I apologize if you're getting Belinda overload right now. Just kind of space out, maybe watching the videos, I guess. That's probably the only way to avoid it, right? So I have to start off with the weather, okay? It is snowing here. I just said the S word. Yesterday it said it's gonna snow and we were all laughing like, yeah, it's not, the temperature's not gonna get cold enough, it's just gonna be rain. I woke up this morning and I have the blinds always down, so I like to keep a room really dark, and so I didn't know until I went into the bathroom and I saw in the window, like I looked in the window and I said, oh my God, it's snowing. So when I left my room, you know, I just had to keep looking. My mouth was just hanging open. I couldn't believe it. And when I say it's snowing, it didn't just do like, I said, this is what I said to my husband yesterday. I said, well, it'll probably just snow for a little bit, maybe like an hour. It's not going to stick. It has been snowing since I woke up this morning, and this is the afternoon that I'm recording this. And we've got several inches, and so I don't know what's the deal. But, you know, Halloween is supposed to be on, you know, Saturday. I don't know. We were going to do Halloween anyway just because of the pandemic, but it's just weird to have snow before even Thanksgiving. You know, sometimes we might get a little bit, so this is really unusual. I do have to say, it is beautiful. I love looking at snow when it's coming down. I just hate traveling in it, and I hate being cold. So it's a love-hate relationship, but it's got to go. So it will be here today, and I'm hoping in the next few days it just kind of moves along. But I'm here not to just talk about the weather. I am here to talk to you about my books, and you all are going to be so proud of me. Done. Americana, done. I had a great time reading this with Patrice. I have my final update to give to her. I finished it early. I wrote all my stuff, and then I am just kind of putting them on, staying on schedule with my updates. But very good book. I'm going to do a video on it and talk about it just a little bit. But I really, or maybe I'll just talk about it in my wrap up. Either or, you'll hear more about it. I just wanted to do for my Friday reads just to give you kind of a catch up of where I am. So this one is Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, for whoever's just starting to watch my videos right now. I've been reading this for this month, and I actually finished it. I have one day to spare, but I did finish this quite a while ago now. So I'm really proud of myself. Okay, so there's that. The next one I already told you guys, hey, Frederick and I are no longer an item. It's my Frederick Douglass book by David W. Blight. Very good book. Definitely need to do a video about it. I was trying to talk to my husband, thinking about, well, what am I going to say? This book is over 10 years of research. This gentleman that wrote this also wrote other books about him. So he's got a lot of facts in this book. Can you figure that out? So I'm not sure exactly how I want to do a video, but I feel like I wanted to do one. So I may end up doing one, or if I think that I can talk and describe things in a precise manner, I will just do kind of my thoughts on each book in my wrap up. Okay, so I may not do a separate video for it, but I just feel kind of guilty because it is a big one, has a lot of information. So I will talk about that. So I know Tara's going to be excited about this. I finished this one, When No One Is Watching, Alyssa Cole. Definitely want to give my thoughts on this. I did like it. I do want to talk about that. I feel like I'm going to do a wrap up right now. I feel like a kid that can't, keep a secret. I want to talk about all of the books now, but I doesn't feel right. It feels like it should be a Friday reads, right? So let you know what's happening in my reading world, right? So anyways, I will talk about that one. It was very good. And I have two I have a mystery one, which I am over 50% through with it now, and I have one more day. So there is a good chance that I could finish it this weekend and be ready for like with a clean slate for nonfiction November. I would be really excited if that happened. I'm not sure if it's gonna, but I'm feeling more positive about it. We'll see how the rest of the day goes today. If I can squeeze in some time, this is a great day for reading in the snow, you know, the blanket. So the two other books I told you about were graphic novels. One was called Life is Strange, and the other one was called Ichiro by Ryan Inzana. And I am, let's see, I can look here and see actually how far I am in this one. So I'm at page 132 and it's 294 pages. I'm really enjoying the Ichiro. I think what I'll do with those two, I won't talk about them in my wrap up. I'll do a graphic novels and put that in my series. I'll talk about those two books, assuming I get to the other one. I'm hoping this one I know I could nail and finish it this weekend. And the other one I haven't started it yet, so we'll see. And we'll see if I like it. I'm very much enjoying the Ichiro one, so I'm thinking I'm gonna probably do that. But yeah, everything else is okay with me. I'm very excited to be able to move on to my my books for November. I need that kind of distraction, so I'm looking forward to them. And then I'm starting to think about, and I'm sure all of you all are thinking about, what other books I want to read before the year is over. So that would be December. December is always tricky. It might be different this year because my kids are literally at home doing their schooling. So usually there's always a lot of school things and functions, and there's always so much going on in preparation for the holidays that I don't always do well on December. But there's definitely some books that I really want to get read, and maybe I'll do a video of, you know, things that I want to try to get in before the end of the year. I had given you 12 books in the beginning, of the year, of ones that I wanted to read before, hopefully this year, that I've had for a while, and I knocked a couple of those out, which I'm happy with. Like I never expected to read all of them, because I've been really bad buying like new releases. Like I have tons of books. I don't need new releases in my life. So I was, like running on that train. And so I have, left a lot of the books that I have. And I have some other books. I was looking at my bookshelf too, that are books that, you know how your taste kind of changes. But I looked at them and I'm like, I haven't moved that far that I wouldn't enjoy, that I wouldn't enjoy reading some of these. So I think which would be a nice break to read something kind of different that I had on my bookshelf. So those might come into play. I definitely want to read, I got some piles of books here. I definitely want to get to this one, by Brit Bennett, The Vanishing Half, because I really, really loved her first book, The Mothers, and people that have read this that I know have enjoyed it. So I really want to get to it. So this might be a December. I don't think it's going to get in November, because in November I had so many options, right? But this would be one I definitely want to read. Oh, and then I still have this. I'm trying to stick with the read along. I did the first book, so this would be our second book for the Octavia Butler slow read along, or slow read-a-thon, or long. Is it long? I'm not sure which one it is. I feel like it's a Monday. So I do want to read this one. So this one will probably happen in November, because I think Dee Dee commented on my old video and said that this is the end of November is when they're going to do the live discussion. So I'm going to have to hop to it. So this will probably get onto my November list. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I have so many things. I really get disappointed when sometimes, I feel bad. I buy these books and I get them new, and I want to read them, and I'm reading something else, or, I want to do a read along with friends, and so I push them aside. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure exactly yet how that's gonna pan out. But have you guys thought about, like, are there books that you want to read before the year's over? Have have you started thinking about them? Do you write them down as a list? I have my book journal, so I usually will write in here things that I'm thinking about reading and why. And so that, that has been my go-to place to kind of, get those thoughts out. So we'll see. I don't know. But let me know if you guys are, let me know if you guys are, already thinking about December. Some people do go far, ahead to go look at that, especially when we have goals. And then I just want to make one confession before I leave you guys. I think February might have been the last time I updated my Goodreads. So I want your opinion on this. First, I'm going to give the confession, and then you give me your opinion on what I should do. I think February was the last time I updated. Maybe March, but I don't think so. I think February was the last time I updated my Goodreads account. I think I said that about 4 times now. With what I was reading or what I had read. I feel like I'm so far behind. I do have my reviews in my book journal. I do have my ideas. But do you think, I should go back and fill in the books that I read throughout the years in my Goodreads? Or just let it go and then start again next year. I put, I think, a goal of 50, I think, was the books that I wrote down. Now, I don't know if I'm even close to that now because I haven't been keeping, even in my book journal. The last year, I had like a thing that I could kind of tick how many books, so I could keep track in the very beginning. I don't think I put that in this new one. So I'd have to actually count, which is fine as well. But I also had made a decision that maybe I'm not going to put, a number or a large number. Large is all relative, right? Okay, so 50, I was not going to put 50 books for next year. I thought that I would put 1 book or, 10 books, right? 12 books, one a month, right? Something that I know I'm going to definitely meet so that I don't have to feel the pressure. Last year, I felt really bad at the end of the year because I didn't make it. I think I was 3 books or so off from my goal. And I was like, oh God. And I was stressing myself to get them read in that lovely month of December that I just mentioned before. I was like, here I am going through all this stuff with my kids' school and things like that, and work and home and shopping. And then I'm trying to find time to get enough books to reach this goal. I don't want to add any more stress in my life. So I think that I'll do next year, and now listen to my voice. I think next year I'm only going to put 12 because I know I definitely read 12 books, but I'm not going into the craziness of it. But my question to you guys is that should I go back and put in what I read this year to see where I am towards a goal, or just for record's sake so that they're in there, or should I just scrap it, wait until take the punishment because it'll say I didn't meet the goal, obviously, and then in January start with a new goal. Tell me what you guys do, if you guys even use it. And then tell me what you think that I should do. Because every month they say, I'm going to go do it. And I'm like, oh, I don't feel like going back and doing all that. That's just, And then I was like, well, maybe I could just go in and put the books in and put a star rating, and that's it. But I really like it for, writing a little bit of my thoughts about the book because it helps other people that want to read them, right? But do I really want to do that from February until now? I don't know. I'm not leading you guys either way. Give me your opinion, what you think I should do, and I'm gonna let you know what ends up happening. But I'm like, oh my God, how did I get so behind? It's just like I got into a slump too after we went in lockdown, and I think that even contributed to the fact that I didn't want to do it. So there is that. But anyway, I'm seeing that my voice wants to go. It must mean that it's time for me to go. I will see you guys next week. I will try next week to put my wrap-up video. Listen to me making promises now. Now I'm really getting overconfident. But I'm going to do some wrap-up video to talk about all the books from this month. And I will do probably a video to tell you what I'm trying to commit to for next month. I really hate to say that because I know I told you there was a couple that I definitely knew were on the list. but I kind of want to go with it, and then maybe what I'll do is just start reading and then let you guys know on one of my Friday updates. Guess what? I popped this on the list, or I could do it that way too. I'm thinking while I'm recording, this isn't good and I should edit it out, but you know I don't edit. Anyway, wash your hands, wear your mask. If you're here, wear your boots and your gloves because it's cold, and social distance, and read your books. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.